BHP Billiton has reported a 47% rise in second half profit in line with analysts' forecasts on a strong rebound in iron ore and copper prices. Full year profit excluding exceptional items was 16% higher at $12.5 billion. The world's biggest miner, which has made a $39 billion hostile bid for top global fertiliser maker Potash, was cautious on the short-term global outlook, citing slowing growth in China, its biggest customer. CNBC US spoke to CEO Marius Kloppers earlier today.
Look, I can only talk about the bid that we've got. It's a bid that's got a number of preconditions attached to it. We're diligently working through those preconditions, which include the DOJ, Investment Canada and so on, with a view towards getting it to shareholders free of condition. Look, I've seen the same speculation and so on. This is a large transaction, though. We've fully financed it. There's not an infinite universe of potential bidders, and for now, our bid is the only one on the table. We keep on watching closely, but I haven't seen anything else yet. Look, I'm only starting my road shows here in the UK. We've announced results today. I expect I will get more input from my shareholders over the next couple of weeks. But I must tell you that the shareholder vote or not wasn't a major consideration of how we structured this deal. We evaluated the company. Turns out that as structured, it's not subject to shareholder vote, but not a large consideration. Yeah, I think there are two factors at play here. Overall, our outlook for China is towards what I would call a soft landing, not a hard landing. That means definitively slower growth rates going forward. But on the supply side, a lot of people didn't invest a couple of years ago, and the product is not making it to market, which means from a supply-demand perspective, we still feel very comfortable about our profitability levels. Let's just go through the sequence of steps here. We had a private discussion with Potash Corp. They chose to make it public, put a shareholder rights plan in place, which left us with little option but to take it to their shareholders directly. And I think, I always operate under the premise that shareholders ultimately make the decision. Well, look, we're a diversified company. This Potash Corp's assets would further diversify us. It is a product that we feel has got a lot of room ahead of it, and we would like to own this company. But we're always going to be disciplined and think about our own shareholders' value first of all. We only do things if it creates value for our shareholders. On the Rio Tinto bid, we walked because the global financial crisis intervened and we could no longer show that we were going to create value. And this transaction is no different from any other transaction. We will be disciplined to the end on this transaction. We're always looking at a small universe of things, but I must tell you, at the moment, a large percentage of my effort is focused on making this transaction work. But clearly, we as a large company are always looking at different options for capital deployment. I can only be wrong here if things turn out differently, but my take of this is that the universe of potential bidders here is potentially small, and some of them have already ruled themselves out of the running here.